India's education reforms under the National Education Policy 2020 are drawing global attention at the United Nations Human Rights Council in Geneva. Experts and students highlighted how the policy's focus on vocational training, flexibility and inclusive learning is creating new opportunities for young people. At the same time, parallel discussions at the forum have also raised serious concerns over human rights issues in South Asia, including the condition of minorities and allegations of political repression in neighbouring countries. Take a look.
India's National Education Policy 2020 has introduced wide-ranging reforms aimed at transforming the country's education system. The policy promotes a holistic approach to learning by integrating academic knowledge with vocational skills, critical thinking, and life skills development. It also emphasizes inclusive education, flexible learning pathways, and the use of technology to ensure that students from diverse backgrounds can access quality education. By encouraging practical training alongside traditional academics, the policy aims to better prepare students for real-world challenges and future careers. Experts say such reforms are particularly important in a rapidly evolving global economy where adaptability, creativity, and practical skills are becoming increasingly valuable. On the sidelines of the 61st session of the United Nations Human Rights Council in Geneva, two students from the University of Oxford spoke about how elements of India's education model are creating new opportunities for young learners.
I believe that the population in India and their young people have some of the greatest ambitions. I think given that they aren't handed things necessarily on a plate, unlike some students in the Western world, that it really encourages them to think big and to really take advantage of all the opportunities that are presented to them, and also seek out those opportunities to develop not only their knowledge and progress within the education system and hopefully reach higher education, but also look at their vocational skills and how they can enter the workforce with skills like carpenting or tailoring and things like that.
Both students cited the Akshar Foundation's work in Assam, which implements elements of the National Education Policy 2020. The model emphasizes peer learning, mentorship, and flexible grade placement based on students' abilities rather than age.
I think what other countries can take from India is the need to address the local situations that they're working in and adapt their education models to these situations. I think that's why the work of Akshar Foundation is particularly powerful and effective, because it meets the needs of the local communities and directly works at a grassroots level. The National Education Policy is working to also address the inequalities in education, so I think this is something that other countries across the world can take forwards.
Global Human Rights Defense organized a 3-day photo exhibition highlighting human rights abuses and the deteriorating condition of minorities in Pakistan at the Broken Chair Monument. The exhibition displayed a series of photographs and visual documentation portraying the hardships faced by religious and ethnic minorities, including Hindus, Christians, Sindhis, and Baloch. It also highlighted the constant oppression in Balochistan through enforced disappearances of young individuals, including both men and women, as well as forced conversions of minorities in Pakistan and arrests of several political leaders, including Dr. Mehrang Baloch. The exhibition aimed to draw international attention to what they described as systematic discrimination and political repression affecting these communities. It also displayed photographs of the grim condition of minorities in Bangladesh. Visual materials referenced incidents of cross-border militancy and violence, including the Pahalgam attack in 2025. They displayed the photographs of the victims of the attack and menacing evidence of the carnage, which the organizers said demonstrated the continuing threat posed by militant networks operating from Pakistani territory.